Hey everyone, today we're reviewing the Zeblaze Ares 3 Plus watch. It's the next version of the iconic watch series, previously with the Pro label, which was an excellent choice for its price at the time. The new version retains the best features from the Pro, including a lightweight, high-quality plastic case with a metal bezel. The watch is now thinner, lighter, and has increased battery life. I got 9 days on a single charge. They've also added a functional scroll wheel, while the display remains just as high quality. The speaker for calls and music is still great. They added transition animations and a few new modes in a three-dimensional environment. The watch is almost perfect, but there are still some downsides, which I'll, of course, discuss in this video. Let's dive in. The watch comes in a black and blue box with the name and a print of what the watch looks like. On the back, you'll find the device's specs and compatibility with iOS and Android. Let's open the box and see what's inside. Here we have this cool military-style watch. Inside, there's a magnetic charger, a protective screen film, and a multi-language manual. Let's take a closer look at the watch and remove the protective films. The case is made entirely of plastic, but the screen is protected by a metal bezel. The screen itself is made of toughened Gorilla Glass. On the right side, there are two buttons, one with a scroll wheel, and in the center, there's a microphone. On the left, you'll find the speaker. The strap is made of medium hardness silicone, with a metal clasp and two keepers. The khaki-colored strap fits the military style of the watch perfectly. On the wrist, the watch looks really cool, and I like it. The strap width is the most common, 22 millimeters. It's quick release, so you just need to pull the spring bar. The back of the watch is made of matte plastic and houses the sensors for measuring heart rate and blood oxygen levels. The watch dimensions are 48 by 51.5 millimeters, and the height is just 13 millimeters. The watch is super lightweight since it's entirely plastic, only 50 grams, including the strap. Tice watch also come in two other colors, black and red. I chose the green watch because I wanted something with a military style. However, black is the more versatile option, as it's easier to match with different straps, whether silicone, metal, or leather. For the green or red watches, only straps in matching colors will work. As always, I'll leave links to the watches and straps in the description. Let's go ahead and connect the watch. To turn it on, hold the top button. The available languages include English, Russian, Portuguese, Polish, and more. Choose your language and scan the QR code to download the app for connecting to the watch. The FitClock Pro app is available for both iOS and Android. Download, install, give permissions, find your watch, and connect. Now that the watch is connected, I'll need to test it for at least a week to give you a more detailed review. I hope this watch is an improved version of the Zeblaze Ares 3 Pro, which I've reviewed before and was very happy with. It's been more than 2 weeks since I started using the Zeblaze Ares 3 Plus watch. I'll say this, some things stayed the same from the Pro version, and some features were cut. But let's go through everything step by step, starting with the display. The watch has a 1.43-inch HD AMOLED screen with a resolution of 466 pixels per inch. The display is bright, vibrant, and sharp, with no visible pixels. The metal bezel, like in the Pro version, protects the screen, which is great. The claimed brightness is 1000 nits, so it's easily visible in sunlight. It has the always-on display feature. There's an analog clock mode and a digital clock mode, but the always-on display here isn't fully functional. It works together with the wrist raise feature. After the AOD is activated, it stays on for only 5 minutes before the screen turns off. When you activate the screen, like by raising your hand, the AOD comes back on for another 5 minutes. It's pretty convenient because you don't have to manually turn off the AOD at night. It automatically shuts off if you set the wrist raise feature to turn off during sleep. So when you're resting, AOD turns off, saving battery life. The watch has a battery of only 280 mAh, but with always-on display and continuous heart rate monitoring enabled, the watch lasted me 4 days. Without AOD, the watch can last up to 10 days, depending on usage. For me, it lasted 9 days on a single charge, which is an awesome result. Charging from 0 to 100% takes 1 hour and 40 minutes. It charges quickly, and the magnetic charger holds securely. The wrist raise to wake feature works pretty fast, and when you lower your wrist, the screen turns off immediately, saving battery life. There's a separate setting for how long the screen stays active after pressing a button, from 5 to 30 seconds, and when raising your wrist, it stays on for 2 to 6 seconds. You can wake the screen by pressing any of the buttons, but you can't turn it off by covering it with your hand. The bottom button is programmable. You can assign a function for both pressing and holding the button. Many functions are available, starting a workout, activating the voice assistant, a stopwatch, screen off, and more. Pressing the top button with the scroll wheel gives access to the menu, and it also works as a back button. Holding it takes you to the shutdown and restart menu. The watch's scroll wheel is functional. Scrolling it in the main menu changes the watch faces. The wheel itself has an interesting shape and gives a good grip for the finger. It has a ratchet mechanism, and the quality is excellent. There's no vibration while scrolling. Navigating through the menu is easy and pleasant, with smooth transitions. You can switch menu styles by double-clicking the button. There are 7 menu display styles: a regular list, an arc, a circle, a honeycomb, and a grid. There's also an option to replace the main menu with a widget menu in the form of a rotating cube or rotating windows. The menu doesn't glitch, the watch works fast, everything switches quickly, and it's convenient to use. The processor is powerful. Swiping down opens quick access to the most needed functions: brightness control, power saving mode, do not disturb, flashlight, phone finder, and settings. There's also a Bluetooth call setup. If you enable this function, you can receive and make calls. In this mode, you can control the music player, and the sound will come from the smartphone. The song title is displayed, and you can skip tracks and adjust the volume. If you activate the media device feature, the sound will play through the watch's speakers. The speaker quality is good, with loud and pleasant sound, almost like a mini speaker. Using a third-party player like IMP, you can enhance the sound further through an equalizer, making the sound deeper with better bass. When there's an incoming call, the contact's name is displayed. You can answer or reject the call. During the call, you can adjust the volume. Outgoing calls can be made through added contacts, recent calls, or by dialing a number. The microphone on the watch is good, and the person on the other end can hear you clearly. The speaker quality is also great, making it convenient to talk through the watch. Swiping up shows incoming notifications. When a message arrives, the screen turns on, and a short preview of the message is displayed, which can be expanded. Message icons are also shown. If the message is unread, it appears with a red dot. Notifications from any app are displayed, and you can choose any app in the settings, even system apps. There are no issues with receiving notifications. The text is readable, and both Cyrillic and Latin alphabets are displayed well. The number of characters is limited, but it's enough to understand who sent the message and its content. Emojis are not displayed. The watch's vibration is of medium quality. If you choose the weak intensity, it's still easily felt, but at the highest intensity, the watch buzzes so loudly that you'll hear it more than feel it. The strong vibration is a bit rough. There's also a no vibration mode, a vibration only mode, and a vibration with melody mode. Swiping left provides quick access to widgets. Here we have activity rings, the number of steps, calories burned, distance traveled, steps throughout the day, and steps for the week. There's also the music player and the weather, but only for the current day. Sleep tracking shows sleep time and phases, along with a weekly graph. The sleep tracking is actually pretty accurate. The sleep time is precise. The watch is smooth, thin, and lightweight, so it's comfortable to sleep in. However, it doesn't track naps. The heart rate is tracked, along with a graph for the day and the average heart rate. Heart rate measurements are accurate, taken every 10 minutes. Here's a comparison with the Huawei Band. The widget order can be customized to your preference. The watch doesn't measure the pulse when it's off your wrist. The watch also includes a voice assistant feature, a fully functional Google Assistant. There's a blood pressure monitor, but I wouldn't trust it too much. It's not a medical device. It measures blood oxygen, but there's no 24/7 oxygen monitoring. Here's a comparison with the Huawei Band. There's also a women's calendar, breathing exercises, a stopwatch, and a timer. Unfortunately, the timer can't be minimized. The alarm can only be set through the smartphone, but you can turn it on and off directly on the watch. It also has a business card feature where you can add your QR code and a phone finding function. It's unfortunate that the watch doesn't have a calculator or calendar, as I often use those for work. This is the first Zeblaze watch that lacks a calculator. There's a remote photo taking feature, but it needs to be activated through the FitCloud Pro app. You can take a picture by waving your hand. By default, the watch only has 9 workout modes. However, in the app, there are about 100 types of workouts that you can add, and you can delete the ones you don't need. When a workout is running, you can't use the music player. During a workout, the standard information is displayed: heart rate, steps, calories, distance, and steps per minute. The watch doesn't have a GPS sensor, but you can start a workout using your smartphone's GPS through the app by going here. There are 3 workout modes: walking, running, and hiking. While a workout is running through your phone, you can still use the watch, play music, answer calls, and read messages. To stop the workout, you'll need to do so on your phone. After finishing a workout, you can view the route as an animation and check the workout details, pace, and other information. There's also the option to sync data with Google Fit and Health Connect. Let's take 100 steps and check the pedometer. As for step counting, the watch does a good job. It doesn't add extra steps when you're in a vehicle. There's no automatic workout detection when you walk. The result looks good. The watch is rated IP68 for water resistant. There's also a swimming workout mode. The watch can handle short-term exposure to cold water, hand washing, or rain, but I wouldn't recommend showering or swimming with it. As for connection stability, the watch stays connected to the phone without any drop-offs, even through 2 walls. The FitCloud Pro app is simple and convenient, with no pop-up ads. All the necessary parameters are easily accessible: steps and distance, information by day, week, and month, the women's calendar, sleep information, current heart rate, and weekly data, blood pressure tracking throughout the day and the average, and blood oxygen levels. You can set reminders to stay active and drink water. You can add up to 10 contacts as favorites. The watch has 3 default watch faces that can't be changed: a gray one with hands, a green one, and a red one. There's also a 4th custom watch face that you can set through the app. There aren't too many watch faces in the app, around 150. The selection is small compared to the Zeblaze Ares 3 Pro, which had a much larger variety. There are watch faces with animations, digital faces, and analog ones. Interestingly, there are a lot of feminine watch faces, even though this watch probably wouldn't appeal much to women. Here are a few watch faces I liked. You can set a watch face with your own picture or photo and choose how it's displayed. Photos look great on the watch, thanks to the high-quality HD AMOLED screen, making the image appear just like on a smartphone. To summarize, the Zeblaze Ares 3 Plus remains similar to the Ares 3 Pro but has some differences. Pros, like the Pro version, the watch retains its lightweight plastic case with a metal bezel, making it easy to wear. It has a good quality HD AMOLED display and a much better strap compared to the Pro version, which used to attract dust. The watch charges relatively fast and offers excellent battery life. I got 9 days on a single charge and 4 days with the always-on display feature. The design is appealing, and the interface is fast. The watch is also noticeably thinner than the Zeblaze Ares 3 Pro. There are more options for animations, as well as cool 3D widget displays. The variety of menu styles is nice, and everything runs smoothly and reliably. The connection with the phone is strong, and the speaker is just as good as in the Pro version, making listening to music and having conversations enjoyable. Heart rate, sleep, and step tracking all work well. Cons: there are currently only 150 watch faces available, which feels a bit limited. Another downside is the lack of a fully functional always-on display, which turns off after 5 minutes but can be reactivated when raising the wrist. The vibration quality is not the best but still noticeable. The biggest downside for me is the lack of a calculator, which I often use for work. Overall, the watch is great, and I can recommend it for purchase. It's made of quality materials, is lightweight and durable, and has an excellent microphone and speaker. I'd suggest checking them out and comparing them to the Zeblaze Ares 3 Pro, as well as another good option, the DT Watch X. They are similarly priced but offer more features. Let me know what you think about this watch and what else you'd like me to review. See you soon, friends. Take care.